Aloha. For my viewing audience today, what I have right here today is a PAS. What is this? A PA ICPS 15. This is a Icom power supply that I'm modifying for just regular CBUs. Originally, there was a cable that came out the back over here, right there, and that cable came out to a plug, and the plug was used to hook up straight into a Icom radio. So this is the power unit for an Icom radio. So I took the time to do my measurements and drill 2 holes in the cover. So that's the cover. Desoldered, I already pre-desoldered the switch, the switches, the power switch off of it, and the power indicator light. And I got my studs in from the mainland. These studs are up to 80 amps, but you know, real big. It's okay. And it has the insulators and all. I already pre-drilled it, make sure they fit. And these studs, when I'm done, gonna be right on top on a cover, and easy to hook up any of your radios. Okay. I made a plastic covering. Sorry, jumping all around. Take the cover off. Take the cover off here. This is the inside of the power supply, big transformer. I made a plastic covering out here, made out of some kind of poly plastic, and basically I'm trying to protect the windings of the transformer. I took the wires that actually went out through the back hole. They was covered, both the red and the black were covered with a plastic black sheeting, and that's actually what came out the back to hook up to an Icom radio. I pre-put on some connectors, and I soldered it. Got it all been soldered and ready to go to the poles, and I got some insulation plastic to sleeve over it also, make sure nothing ever touches the transformer. Later on, I don't know if I'll try do it on another video. There's right here, this is a potentiometer basically that adjusts the the volts, sorry, amps. It adjusts the amps. I tried it before, so maybe one day we'll desolder it, throw some jumper lines up to the cover, drill another hole in the cover, and put a variable pot to adjust the the voltage. So for now, I'm going to stop this video right here, and I'm going to put it all together, and then I'll come back. Aloha. Okay, in this section, I have mounted the wires, the positive and negative coming out of the power supply. With the new studs, I made my own. If you look real good, you can see in the picture. Covering is like a plastic sheeting that ensures that these back of the bolts, which it does have some clearance. Let me see. When it's put on like that, it won't touch the transformer. It clears the transformer actually. Right there, it clears the transformer. Sorry for the bounciness. Then of course, I do have this piece of plastic sheeting that goes right here. So I'm protecting that so that nothing grounds out. So between here and the transformer, there won't be no ground outs. So the project's going pretty good. Got the studs mounted on. How you like that? This is actually, it wasn't made this way. I modified it. So later on, I'll drill another hole probably up here. And like I was saying earlier in the video, there's a pot. Why is it in the way? But there's a pot down in there. Oh God, I can't see. There's a pot right there, and that pot adjusts the voltage. So I can make jumpers and find the right ohms on that pot, and then find another pot and mount it on the front. So hopefully we can get that pot out and run a wire and jump a pot of the same value up here, and then we can make adjusted voltage. because like I said, I have adjusted the voltage already from there before, but I put it back to 13.8. Thank you. As you can see, the power light is back on, the power switch is back on. And as I push it together, it's shielded, yeah. So it's not gonna ground out. Nothing's gonna ground out. Everything is back together. So everything is insulated and good, and we'll put this power supply back together. And if I do, like I said, have to do take out that pot over there, down in there. Sorry, man, I'm trying to do this. There, if I have to take that pot out there later on, I'll jump a wire across this way and drill a hole over here and put a pot and do the adjustment for the variable voltage without having to take out the front face, just clean up the mess. Yeah. So there you go. Icom ICPS15. It's a 20 amp power supply at surge, I guess, but it's called a ICPS15, but it is actually 20 amps on the surge, I guess. But sucker's built heavy duty like a tank, man. That transformer is an animal. Alright, yeah. Gonna guard it now. Coolchange. Still putting it back together. All up. So here we got 13.8 20 amp power supply. So like I said, it's a 20 amp surge. It's called a ICPS15, 15 amp, but actually 20 amp surge. Before, the plug looked like that, a plug coming out of a hole over here with a, going to the Icom radio. But this has been modified. Like I said, I pulled the wires back in internally, and that's where I made that new thumb knobs for the positive and negative. And that's part of what I'm doing to this power supply. Aloha. And so here we go. All finished. The Icom ICPS15. Now we have thumb knobs, and the reason why I did this is prior to this I had these wing nuts with insulators mounted over here, and should a scissors fall or something fall over there or something I'm working on, it would so now it's pretty much isolated from any danger. Of course there's a protection fuse, and it's a beast, man. It's a beast. Yeah. It's a nice power supply. So now it's all done, ready to go. One day I said I will I'll drill a hole here, put a pot, and I'll do it so I can crank up the volts. But it's actually set at about 13.8, and it's good enough to run all my radios. This is a big enough power supply. Like I said, it's a beast. It's heavy. It weighs I'd say about 15 to 20 pounds. I'm not sure. Yep. Icom. Coolchange, Hawaii. Aloha.